Hey everybody, I wanted to go over some of the lead guitar parts for the song Jesus Firm Foundation. This is the updated version by Mike Donehey and Stephen Curtis Chapman. It is 79 beats per minute, and the original recording key is the key of C. That's the key that we'll be in together today. As far as my effects are concerned, you guys know I love reverb all the time, but specifically when you're playing lead, having some nice dark reverb laying underneath everything else that you're playing helps to thicken things up some, especially for swells. It's very nice. My delay, I'm working just back and forth between two settings of the same delay, dotted eighth tape delay. That's my lower setting, and that's my higher setting. So a higher mix, higher feedback. So it kind of goes on forever there, and you want to be careful with that. Too much of a good thing is never a good thing, so you don't want to get too muddy with that one. I just kind of have it exaggerated so you guys can hear it. And then for drive, I'm working with three main stages. I've got my light drive always on here, so I can clean up pretty nicely, but then if I dig in, it'll get a little crunchy. My main drive stage here. And then lastly, just a clean boost for some of those lead lines. So primarily with the lead guitar on this song, we're going to be doubling a lot of what the piano is doing, the piano lead lines. And initially, the first one that we're doing is just the theme that opens the whole song. Right. Turn on some delay and some drive here. So that happens at the beginning and at the end and in between some of the verses and after the choruses and whatnot. So during the first couple verses, the first two little stanzas before the first chorus, you don't really want to be playing a whole lot. The first one specifically is super low. The second one, maybe you could do like a couple single note swells, but you don't want to do anything crazy. You want to save that dynamic range for later. The third verse, which is the verse after the first chorus, you're going to be following the melody line of the vocals and doing the same thing that the piano is doing. So I went back down to my lowest gain stage here, and I'm basically just going to be following along with the melody, again, the vocal melody. The soul that is trusting in Jesus as Lord will press on, enduring the darkest of storms. And though even hell should endeavor to shake, he'll never, no never, no never forsake. And then it'll tag, he'll never, no never, no never forsake, and you'll be switching to chords there. When I jumped back to that melody line, bum, 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 I added my drive on just to punch out a little bit. And then I'm going to be switching to some chords, right? He'll never, no never, no never forsake. And those are the same kind of chords that you'll be doing in the chorus. The rhythm guitar is down lower, and we'll be staying up higher doing some inversions. So just to give you an idea of the chords that we're playing, they're really just kind of broken down E-shaped bar chords. So that's my C major. I'm just taking the 4 high strings and just rearranging my fingers a little bit to fit that better. We do this a lot. So this is my C, right? If this is my A minor, then I'm doing the same thing here. I could do major or minor. G, F, C again. A lot of times what I prefer to do is just to suspend the 1 chord, suspend the C, and that kind of becomes my 4 or my F in this key. You can also do a G this way to get that same kind of a feel as doing a G over B, if you would like. You can hear the difference there. Additionally, sometimes what I'll do is when the rest of the band is going to an A minor, I'll actually stay on a C, and that will introduce kind of an A minor 7. Nice clashing chords going on there, something keyboard players like to do a lot. So that can work in place of doing the A minor, and then you're just not playing these 2 lower notes, so 2 lower strings, so you can mute them or just try to avoid them as you're strumming. So that chorus, if I'm using those high chords, becomes something like this. How far, how sure. The only other part of the song really to worry about is the bridge. So for the bridge, the rhythm guitar player is really carrying the weight of that. And, you know, if the rhythm guitar player is also singing, then, you know, you could potentially take that from them. But you don't want to play the exact same thing as them. If your delays are slightly different or your picking slightly different, it could get a little confusing. So what you could do, what I like to do is just kind of follow those same chords. It's just F, G, and A minor, back and forth, and do some swells a bit lower. All may fade away, and He will remain. And then build up. Go back to your chorus chords. And then in the very last chorus, again, you're going to double a little bit of what the melody, the vocal melody, and the piano are doing. So the second half of it, right? How firm our foundation, how sure our salvation, and then you're going to play what the melody is singing, and this is where you can bring in your other boost. Right? We will not be shaken. Back to your chords. Jesus firm foundation. And then one more time, you're going to double the melody. Jesus firm foundation. And then again, your chords. Jesus firm foundation. And then the outro, full on here. So that is about it. It's about everything that you need to know to play lead for the song Jesus Firm Foundation.